Let's get back to our guest host today, Senator Heidi Heitkamp. Senator, I was looking through some statistics about North Dakota, and from 2010 to 2016 or 2013, there was growth of 7.6%, more population coming into the state. We know about what the Bakken Formation has meant for oil production, but what has that inflow of people, that boom, what's it meant for your state?
It's been huge, and as a result, we have a 20 to 30% gap in the number of housing units that we need, single family. Can you imagine that? You know, a 30% increase in the number of houses you need. We can't get retail workers. We have restaurants shutting down because we can't get workers. We have spin-off industries that are very excited about the ability to work in energy, but also now are finding platforms in other industries. And so we have this growing development. John Hess runs a company that's a legacy company for us. That they drilled the first oil well. And during the 80s, when I was working in state government, we looked to find every way we could to keep that industry alive. We were able to jumpstart it, and now we've got this great technological build out. But it shows what a primary industry, an extractive industry, can do in an economy for everyone else. And the ripples are tremendous, but it's created tremendous stress. Yeah. We talk about increased crime, 20% increase in drug arrests. We have human trafficking in North Dakota, sex trafficking. Prostitution rates that you never thought you'd see in small towns. We have rents that would, as I say, make New York landlords blush. $3,100 a month for a two-bedroom apartment in a small town.
Wow.
And so, you know, it's not without its challenges, but there are challenges, I think, that we're meeting every day. And the resiliency of the North Dakota people and trying to balance our agricultural sector, which is experiencing some challenges, which you guys probably know a lot about given what's happening with commodity prices and with transportation.
Yeah, you mentioned the transportation, just trying to get cars on the railroad,
yeah,
get the crops out.
Yeah.
It's been a difficult year for
Well,
that.
most of Bakken crude moves on rail.
Yeah.
And you've seen, obviously, high-profile situations of Bakken crude with derailments and explosions, and that has created a lot of concern about safety. We think we need to build out more pipelines. But the bottom line is that we will adjust. But the lesson, I think, for the rest of the country is when you invest in primary sector, you know, extractive industries and agriculture, that's the new wealth creation for our country. We need to continue that by exporting. We need to build out our exports by authorizing the Export-Import Bank, which we talked a little bit about before.
You get along with the governor?
I do. I've known the governor for a lot of years.
Republican, right?
Correct.
The guy before him?
Republican.
Guy before him?
The guy before him was a Democrat. No,
that's
North
you
Dakota's
got Dalrymple, Hoven, Schaefer.
He's been doing his research.
Yeah. You got to go back to like
I'm sorry.
Before electricity. To
get but you take a look at what is a common theme of all of those.
The state has been great. State's doing great.
Pretty moderate. Okay. And it's you know, we're a great state because we've been blessed with a lot of hydrocarbons in our ground, but we figured out how to get them out.
Yeah, and you're releasing them into the air. Thank you. Thank you. Feel hot in here? You wonder why?
You are in a real crowd this morning.
It's the exhaling.
Anyway, so my message would be, look for those industries. You just heard high tech, that's great. But you know what? You need to have new wealth created so that you can actually have consumers with dollars in their pocket. And that's the lesson, I think, of North Dakota, that we need to focus on primary industries.
Senator, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's been a pleasure
so much. It's great having you.
You're done. You're finished. You're flying colors.
I hope that's not a statement on my health.
It is not.